What's going on, everyone? I'm Jaren, and today we are talking about Knock at the Cabin. This movie is co-written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who has been the enigma of suspense when it comes to Hollywood movies, some of my favorites involving The Sixth Sense, Signs, and even Split. We also have the wonderful talents of Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, Rupert Grint, Nikki Amuka Bird, Ben Aldrich, Abby Quinn, and Kristen Q, as we follow the story of a girl and her parents who are vacationing on the weekend, taken hostage by armed strangers who demand the family make a choice in order to avert the apocalypse. There is a stigma when it comes to the expectations of a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. People are going in expecting to get their minds blown away by a twist that they would be satisfied with. And then there are some that are pretty nervous because it might be a stinker, a head scratcher with an overbloated plot. No matter if it's bad or not, I tend to show up to his movies no matter what, except for The Last Airbender and After Earth. I completely skipped those. Nonetheless, I was excited to learn that M. Night was already working on another thriller when he was releasing Old, and most of all, that Dave Bautista was going to be the star. There were definitely three outstanding performances in this entire movie. First and foremost would have to be the best wrestler turned actor, Dave Bautista. When he was starting out in Hollywood, he always been typecasted and leaned into the action, comedy, and sci-fi genres. He refused to follow into The Rock's footsteps, and he wanted to be a serious actor. He wanted to work with the more versatile filmmakers. And here he gets to stretch his range and depth as an actor and delivered one of the best performances he's ever done by far. Bautista plays Leonard, the leader amongst the four strangers. He comes off as a gentle giant, but he's very persistent on his mission, both psychologically and physically. Even though he is painted as the villain in this story, he does his best to reach the family with his humanity. Second notable performance has to go to Ben Aldrich. He plays Andrew, the strong headed member of the family that clashes with Leonard. Now, Leonard's beliefs are challenged by Andrew's skepticism, which makes their exchanges and arguments some of the most tense driven moments of the entire movie. Last but not least, Harry Potter fans, give it up for Rupert Grint. He plays a character named Redmond, and he doesn't necessarily get a lot of things to do, nor does he have a lot of the spotlight for his character. But what we do get is an unhinged Ron Weasley with a little bit of grit and cheeky sense of humor, and it got me thinking. I would love to see Grint do much more of these roles that are against the grain. When the strangers show the family the news report of the tsunamis laying waste to the state of Hawaii and the entire West Coast, I could not help but laugh a little bit inside because they were able to get actual footage, even the drone footage of South Kihei Road from last year when the weekend storm completely flooded and wiped everything out. I was there for that, and I was like, I'm seeing it on the fucking movie. Knowing that M. Night is the kind of director that would rather implicate violence than actually show you graphic violence, this movie should have gotten a PG-13 rating. Utilizing specific camera angles as well as sound design, most of the violence happens off screen anyway. Trim out the F word in a few several scenes, and they would have been golden. Nonetheless, this movie is barely a horror film to justify an R rating. Let us not forget that this is an adaptation of Paul Tremblay's novel, The Cabin at the End of the World. With that being said, there were co-writers comprised of the script, and it didn't necessarily make this a complete Shyamalan vision. The third act plays out much differently from the book, and the ending kind of fizzled out where it should have ended with a bang. They made some bold changes, and without that M. Night Shyamalan flair, the ending kind of came and went. And it went with a whimper. Overall, this movie was by no means perfect, but it was one of the better stories from M. Night Shyamalan since 2016 Split. The moral, the symbolism, the surprises were as straightforward to its audience to the best of its ability, and I said it once, I said it again, damn fine performances. The entire cast ensemble definitely brought their A game for this one. Alright, guys, that's all I got to share about that movie. I hope you guys get the chance to check it out and decide for yourself if you like it or not. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews. I am Jaren Agbanawag, and I'll see you guys at the movies. Take care.